Hey Aries, welcome to your reading. I'm Empress Rose. These are general readings, so we're going to take what works, leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. If I don't catch your wavelength or storyline on this one, go check your other major placements. Major placements are Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or any placement that makes you feel excited. And then we're going to start with the mix of oracle cards here, the grand mix, and then we'll move to the Santa Muerte deck for a more traditional spread. So we're going to start off with these oracle cards for an intuitive vibe of where we might be going. What have you got for us? This is Moonology and Work Your Light Magic. Work Your Light Magic? Work Your Light Oracle. Huh. All right, Aries, what do we have? What do we have? I feel like I'm like on a game show, I want to say. Big money, big money, big money. Let's go. What do we have? The wheel is spinning here. What do you want to do with that? You want that, okay? We'll do one more. Did you have any other intentions here, little deck? Mr. Deck? Nope. All right, so we got a chunk here. Came out kind of awkwardly and strangely and did not know quite what to do with it. So maybe that's the vibe we're going to be getting here. Let's start with our Moonology deck. Your commitment is being tested first quarter moon. See these clouds here? These clouds may be coming in to cloud your vision, confuse you a little bit. There could be some confusion, some rough rides ahead. But you need to remember that the moon is there, your vision is there, your intuition was right, even when you can no longer feel it, even when you lose the path, when you lose the track, right? Like, I really enjoyed the book, Lion Tracker's Guide to Life. And he talks about losing the track. But making your best guesses on how to, it's all part of the path. It's all part of the typical tracking experience. So, so I feel like that's a little bit of what's going on, going to be either going on right now. You may have lost a little bit of your track, lost a little bit of your path. The best way back on is just going to be a best guess move based on what you do know. But your commitment is being tested. Do you want to continue tracking this lion even when you lose the track? How do you want to keep living? How do you want to keep moving? This vision that you have, do you want to keep pursuing it even though you're just feeling, you might be feeling disconnected from it and not quite sure about it and not quite feeling that same intuitive hit you had at some point. But that's the way intuition works. It can't be, we can't be having our foot on the gas of intuition all the time. We're going to have to pull it off. Pull it. I'm smiling because I've been had an opportunity to drive a Ferrari for the last 2 days. So I'm really thinking about cars and pulling off the gas there. You definitely cannot be pushing down the gas that much on that vehicle because it will just go way faster than you can handle it, or than the local authorities would like you to. So, so your commitment's being tested. So it's just natural for that intuition to kind of have to pull out a little bit, and then you kind of make some best guesses. So you may be losing the scent or losing the track for a little bit. That's normal. That's fine. But just stay true to that original intention, to where your original direction, and make some best guesses here. So we have a lot of Work Your Light cards here. Some of them come in clear to me. Some of them are nothing to me. I don't get it. So Pillar of Light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. So you might have something to say. You might have something you need to communicate to somebody. This is also getting in touch with your intuition, which I like with what we were just talking about, intuition. You being the oracle, you being in touch with your intuition. It can't be constant, but you may have some moments of that, of clarity before some clouds come in and cloud you out. So take a break. Life's a work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. I really like this. This is just what I was talking about, taking your foot off the gas for a while, getting off the treadmill, taking care of yourself. Look, we've got the moon representing your intuition coming through there, being able to get a bit in touch with that by taking the gas off of other parts of your life so that the intuition can come in clearly, and then we can pull off the gas off the intuition, do some other parts of our life. I kind of get I get another card. I wish we had gotten a different card here, but I'm getting the overall vibe of spirituality, intuition, practicality. There needing to be a balance here. So you may need to make some practical decisions while your intuition shuts up and takes a back seat for a while. You may need to be getting back in touch with just sort of the quietness so that intuition can come up and you can get in touch with it before the clouds come in and use it. Or it could be a commitment to yourself, to your commitment to being tested. I automatically went with intuition on that, but it could be, a goal you have in mind, but part of that goal might need to be taking a break, might need to be taking a rest, recuperating, preparing through rest and recuperation. You may not be able to see the end result here, but there's something's being tested. But you're being encouraged to take a break, to speak up, to get in touch with your own intuition here. This is break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. This is about maybe some learned behaviors, some learned patterns, something that you picked up from your parents, from your family of origin, or just one parent, that needs to be revised or redone. You may have gotten this, push through, I was raised this way. You weren't sick. Sickness was just in the mind. So luckily, it wasn't just imposed on our kids. My mom went to a PTA meeting and had it out both ends, but she wasn't really sick, right? You power through that. When I was a kid, she did that. And I woke up the next morning, my dad was cleaning out the car. And what happened? Well, this was our family. We pushed right through shit and did not stop to be sick, did not stop for anything. I think it's the farmer vibe, because those cows need to be milked, whether you've got it coming out both ends or not, right? So the whole family actually ended up learning, my parents as well, how to take the foot off the gas for a little bit, how to let yourself be sick, how to let yourself recuperate, how to let yourself lose the trail for a fucking minute, and maybe, okay, we lost the trail, let's sit down, let's have a snack, okay, we'll pick it up again later, right? So breaking some sort of chain, breaking a chain, talk about tracking something, taking a break from something that you might be tracking. It could be ancestral. It could be something that you've learned from your parents, but it could also just be the way you are of just going. So we have rest, we have healing, and this is going to shift sort of how taking a break from those things we commit to can really shift. We shift how we interact with those things when we come back to them. This is why I always hate taking a break from something like a puzzle or something like that, because then when I come back, I'm a different person. Taking a break from playing with my friends, even for a snack or to go to the bathroom, was always just such a horrible disaster to me as a young child, because I knew that when you came back, the dynamic's different. And if I liked the dynamic I was in, I didn't want to take a break from it and come back. But it is very important, and you might find a different part of that path. We also have protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Wow, someone has a hold on you. Both of these are about breaking some sort of bond, breaking up with somebody, not necessarily breaking up with somebody, but breaking some sort of tie to somebody. This could be a family member, or breaking the power that they have, control that they have over you. You could be people pleasing here and needing to take a break, take a rest, and break some sort of cycle here. There's so much here about soul retrieval, about you needing to take a break from something. So maybe that's where your commitment is being tested. Can you still be committed to something and take a break from it? Yes, obviously, when we think about it like that, yeah, but sometimes we get wrapped up. We don't want to take a break from something because but look, you've got healing, get off the treadmill, cut the cords, soul retrieval, call back your power. You've got call back your power, soul retrieval, healing, get off the treadmill, all of that. Saying maybe you need to commit to yourself for a hot minute here. And then we've also got some sort of breaking, some sort of cycle, cutting the cords, rewriting the future, some sort of ancestral pattern, some sort of unhealthy cycle with your family that you might find draining and difficult, and changing that dynamic. Maybe you just need to speak up. You're the oracle. Maybe you just need to speak up and say, I don't like this dynamic. I find it draining. And then it's Cool. Maybe the people are able to hear that and respond to that. Maybe you have to put a little bit more emphasis on that. But I do see a situation in which your commitment, it could be your commitment to your own path, that someone's trying to interfere with that. Some work situation could be trying to interfere with that path. Yeah, your commitment's being tested. It looks like someone might be trying to, I don't know, you need to take a break. I mean, that's coming in really clear. You need to take a break from something, either from a relationship dynamic that's unhealthy for you and draining for you, or from some other situation that's taking you away from what you really want. So often we have these big dreams and then work calls and we don't know how to say no. So this is, I feel like, saying no to something to take care of yourself, saying no, breaking some sort of cycle and taking care of yourself. Okay, Aries, we're going to move to the Santa Muerte, more traditional tarot spread here. And it could be a different storyline or it could be continuing on the same thing. We'll see. All right, Aries, this is your past, your present, your inner landscape. What's at issue, your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. So seeing some familiar themes this week. The Hierophant just showed up. We've seen the Star card already. Three of Wands. In your recent past, you have Three of Wands. You had a lot of faith in something, a lot of belief that something was going to happen, something you started growing in a direction, even though you didn't see any results. You took steps, huge steps of faith. You had this intuition. You had this commitment, this intuition, and you took a lot of steps of faith towards that. You moved towards it, even though there wasn't even moonlight. And the moon, of course, reflects the sun. So the moon hints at something coming, at the sun coming. You didn't even have hints. You didn't even have moon. You just took some leaps of faith here. Really strong, intuitively guided leaps of faith. Very strong. In your current situation, you have the Star card. You are either catching the attention of people that need to help you, that you need to help you. You're either catching some sort of attention here, some sort of, light is shining on you right now. This is also the cheerleader, the intergalactic cheerleader, who's like, yeah, you are on the right path. You took some sort of huge intuitive leap forward. Pure faith here. And then the universe is meeting you halfway with a little cheerleader. See, she's got her skirt on. She's in the flow and she's saying, you're in the flow. You're exactly where you need to be. Exactly. You may be getting some recognition that's helping you be like, okay, this is the path for me. I took a shot in the dark and now you're getting the feedback that shot in the dark was right. It was the path for you. It's where you needed to be going. It's what you needed to be doing. And that's the Star card. It's the universal cheerleader. She's like, yep, you are in the flow. You're going exactly where you need to go. Part of that is when the universe sends us some sort of recognition, that you are on the right path. I think at some point I've done a couple career shifts, and part of that is looking for an opening. Just like I'm not going to bang on this closed door for more than 20 years. Like I've already been doing this. It's not happening. And that's really like, do I lack determination? Definitely not. But if that door isn't opening and I've put in all the effort I can put in, and I'm starting to get angry and resentful about the situation after 20 years of effort, that's a lot of effort. So I don't think we need to stay with something that long. But so what I started looking for was just openings, just some sort of field that interested me, that welcomed me into it, instead of like, you. I don't think so, honey. So instead of feeling blocked, I started looking for places that opened. So we're saying your commitment's being tested here. So I don't know why I'm telling you that story. Your commitment's being tested. Maybe because you've been working on something for 6 months, and I'm here telling you I worked on something for 20 years. That door never opened, or hasn't yet. I'm not working on it anymore because I found doors that burst open for me, welcomed me in, and all of those same skills I developed over there, they're open to me now. This door is open, and I get, you get that cheerleader. So you may have found a path that was new to you, totally different, a total shot in the dark, and now you're getting this welcome to your tribe, welcome to your people. We are welcoming you in here. Some sort of feedback. And I guess my story wasn't so much, it was just I don't know, who knows, these things flow through here. This is hopefully useful for somebody. And then in your inner landscape, your hopes, fears, you have the Hierophant here. This is a spiritual connection, looking for the intuition. Maybe your intuition was super strong in the past, like we were talking about, and now it's just like, where is it? I need a message. I need some sort of connection here. I need a message. Connecting with ancestors, although we are talking about ancestral patterns. So maybe that card is more about healing through connecting through ancestors. You know, he's got a Ouija board. He's safe. He's in a sanctuary. This is what's on your mind. He's got a symbol of faith here. It's a symbol of faith. So you made some sort of action in faith. I think you've gotten some really positive feedback on that. Those doors have been opened to you. And now you're looking for more. You're like, okay, now what? Okay, so I got the doors opened up and now I'm in this new, like, let's say this new city, and like a walled city. And they opened, the drawbridge came open. You're like, oh, finally a city that's going to put its drawbridge down for me. I knew I was heading in this direction for a reason. And now you're there, and it might be, okay, now what? Now where's the message? Where's the next step? What's going on here? What do I need? So you could be either just your inner landscape is trying to connect with that. Oh, maybe the Hierophant's showing up so much just because of the season, because of the fall, the veil being thin season, and you might be getting connections, getting messages internally. But this is well supported, well protected. So you may want to be you may be hoping for more messages, like, okay, now what? I'm here. I made it into this walled city. They invited me in. Where's the next message? Where's that coming from? What do I need to do now? Sort of situation. You're hoping for another burst of faith, another burst of intuition. That could be in your hopes. You could be afraid of not getting that. Like, it brought you this far, and then now you're just going to be dumped off somewhere. Like, okay, your intuition's just dumping you in this new city, and now you don't know what you're supposed to do here. So something like that. And then what's an issue? So you're looking for messages in this Hierophant, maybe spiritual messages, maybe intuitive hits, maybe because it's saying you are the oracle, right? And here's the Hierophant. So this is you being the oracle, looking for more intuition, looking for more messages here. And what's at issue is the Seven of Wands reversed. No messages. Sorry. Internet's down. No more messages. Your phone service is out. No more messages. Your spiritual internet is down right now. There's no messages coming in. I think it's because you're supposed to take a break and sit down, have some lunch, regroup, and then make a best guess based on your intellect. That's what I think is going on here, but we'll see. And then we have the Seven of Wands. No messages, no communication, no movement. You thought you were used to sort of a little bit of fast movement, and now there's not much, and there's not much communication. That's what you want. That's what you're hoping for. More intuition. Wands are all about intuition. Seven of Wands, lots of intuition, lots of spiritual messages, lots of spiritual hits. Like, that's what we want. It's not coming. You're not getting it. You're not getting the intuitive vibes that you need. You may be losing your vision a little bit here. And that's what you really want, though. So that's causing a problem for you. In your environment, you have the Magician. So either your environment or someone in your environment does have everything you need. You have everything you need. So the problem isn't the internet. In general, the problem is your internet. That's why you're not getting messages. But it could be because you just need to take a break, and it wants you to take a break. Like, shut up, sit down, take a break for a while. But you have this Magician. The Magician has everything he needs. The Magician brings things into reality. So there's some sort of opportunity here, but you're not getting a message on it. You're not getting an intuitive hit. Oh, because you're supposed to make an educated guess at this point. But there is something in your environment. Your environment has everything you need to make something happen, right? So you've done it before. You wanted an apartment, you got an apartment, right? That's manifest. I mean, it's it's magical, but it's not. Like, you want something, you go work for it. You have everything you need to create something, to get what you want out of a situation. The tools are all here. There is wish fulfillment. I love seeing this Magician and this Star card. Maybe the universe is going to carry this for you, or do something a little unusual that's going to surprise you and confound you a little bit. And I mean, the Star card and the Magician here are both wish fulfillment. You've taken some actions towards faith. You're not getting any messages, but I feel like that wish fulfillment is happening, possibly behind the scenes, and you're not seeing it. You don't see it happening. You have gotten a lot of positive feedback, but there's just something... There's a pause going on. And just take this opportunity. Sit down, have some lunch. Like, take that opportunity. Don't get angry that it's paused, right? There's already was a huge amount of growth. There isn't right now. So everything's sort of on pause, because you're supposed to take a bit of a break here, a bit of a breather. Your to-do list is 5 of Cups. Sitting with your feelings, your emotions, processing the losses that have gone on, and figuring out what you want to do next. We have the moon shining down here. We have a puzzle in the mind, figuring out how you feel about something. This is a combination of, there's some unsettled energy here, but this is a combination of bringing your mind and your heart together, looking into your feelings, understanding where they're coming from. There could be some grief. I like how the Star card is sitting right over this 5 of Cups card, and they're both waist deep in water, in feelings. There's a lot of feelings. I want to say base chakra feelings of worthiness that here, and so you're dealing with some sort of grief process, with some sort of loss, and healing. Yeah, you're dealing with some sort of, these waters are healing. You're in the right direction. You're exactly where you need to be, but I think you need to take a pause and process something, process what's happened. Some sort of feelings and some emotions, I think, are coming up here. And I think part of the processing is healing you, and is bringing back a part of you to yourself, like your intuition and like your original vision that you had, or something like that. So yeah, I think this could have been summed up with the Four of Swords, of just like a pause in preparation. Like, you're on this path, you're exactly where you need to be, but you need to do some processing of something that's happened, some sort of loss or something that's happened before. You need to process it. So this is the mind sort of processing the feelings and the emotions, these two things coming together, right? You have a lot more for you. There's a lot of growth here. But there's just, I feel like you're just being called to take care of yourself and take care of some of your emotions, process some of your emotions. I feel like there may have been something from your family of origin, or something that needs to, or just somebody that's pulling on you, that's draining on you, some sort of heavy emotional processing that takes rest, that takes a break. You can't do that while you're going 100 miles an hour, right? Or more. You can't do that. Oh, and then we have what happens after you got to process, figure out how you feel, figure out the situation, and then you come in with swords. I feel like these swords, talk about cutting cords. Here's the power to cut the cords, right? You have 8 of Swords. You have a lot of communication. 8 of Swords, this deck is so interesting. It has very different meanings to some of these cards. A lot of the cards are the same, and some of them are just wild. So 8 of Swords would be mental anguish, feeling trapped, but I feel like these swords are coming in here to cut these cords for you. Once you sort of process something and figure out something, because this pause is really important for where you're going overall. See, right, I said that these clouds were going to be coming in and clouding your vision, but these clouds are something you need to process here. Look at these clouds are coming in too, going to cover up that moon also, because there's some place darker inside of you that you need to go, that you need to process something. You're going to come out of that with all the tools you need to break free from it, to cut these cords and rewrite your future. This is you're going to come out with the power to cut something off that's draining you, that's holding you back, that's maybe causing you to lose your way a little bit. You are the oracle. You're going to come out of this situation. You got to go here though. You got to go here. You can't just skip this part, right? You're going to be doing some processing. Take it on willingly. Understand it, that it's part of your success in life. It's part of your path. It's none of us chose a lot of the harm and the damage that we experienced, but we all get to choose the healing. We all get to cut ourselves free from that. And we get to choose that healing path. That's what, and it's work. It's work. But literally every person on this planet has to make that choice, whether they're going to do that work or not. And it will lead you to a much more successful place, much happier place. And I think this is part of your path, honestly, is taking this break, dealing with this shit, and then you're going to come out of it being able to communicate, being able to cut whatever is holding you back, right? And then you get to go back on your journey. But right now you've lost some sort of like bigger trail in order to do something else here, literally in order to take a piss and have your lunch, and then you're going to pick up the trail again later. But right now it's a pause, it's a break, because that's what you need. There's something in your future, I think, that you're going to need to cut something from your past off in order to do that. So here we have our winter card. Our winter card, I love how she's got a wand here and she's got something in her hands. This is a pause card. This is a big giant pause, right? Winter is for recuperation. It's dark. It's that dark place we're going, and there's going to be some recuperation here. Let's read what it says. Keeping it simple, your mind may convince you that manifesting your destiny, this magician here, is more difficult or complex than it needs to be, yet the guidance of the Divine Mother is to keep things simple. Do what you can do, let go of everything else. Awesome. All right, Aries, I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you so much for your likes and your comments and your subscribes. I very much appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful week.